The Segmentation Engine is ready to go as soon as you open it up, with analysis and segments generated automatically. But you can refine your scope and the results you get using settings. This video will explain what settings are available, how you can adjust them, and how you can save and switch between different sets of settings created by your organization. The Settings page shows you any sets of settings already saved by your organization. From here, you can edit existing sets and create new ones. To create a new set, click on the link. For now, we'll assume that this is the first time you've created any settings. However, if your organization has already created some, you might like to save time by using an existing set as the basis for a new one. You can select any existing ones from the Copy from Existing Settings drop-down. First, choose a helpful name for your new set. You can then choose which performances you want to include in your analysis. By default, if something is set up as a performance in your database and you've had us extract it, it is going to be included. That's not always what you want. If you have vouchers, parking or restaurant bookings, or cancelled performances in your extracted data, bookings at those will artificially bump up people's frequency, for example. You want to exclude things that limit the meaningfulness of the tags which you then attach to customers. You can specify a date range for the performances you want included. If you add a start date, it will exclude all performances before that date. If no start date is specified, the Segmentation Engine will include performances starting from the earliest performance that has been extracted from your ticketing system. Remember, these refer to the performance dates, not the transaction dates. You can then choose an end date. There are three options. If you choose the first option and add an end date, it will exclude all performances after that date. If you choose the second option, Matured Performances Only, it will include all performances up to yesterday, but exclude any performance today or in the future. This will stay up to date, so when you come back to the Segmentation Engine next week, new performances are included. The third option is to include all performances, including future performances. You can also filter out performances by performance classification. Applying classifications to performances within the Segmentation Engine allows you to group together performances with a common theme, or to consolidate all the performances you want to exclude. We have another video to show you how to group performances. This filter allows you to exclude performances on the basis of these groups. Facilities, seasons, season types, and performance types are all Tessitura fields. So here you'll see lists of all the entries you have for these headings in your Tessitura database. You can choose which ones you want to include by selecting them here. Remember that all of these are AND filters. That means that if you choose just two season types, but then you choose just one particular performance type, and there were none of that performance type in the seasons in question, you will get no bookings through your filter. You should also consider whether you want your segmentation to be of subscribers, non-subscribers, or both. Both is the default setting. For more detail on who counts as a subscriber and which tickets are included, just search Settings or Subscriber on the Help pages. Next is the group size parameter. This is used by the annual segmentation and the CRM planner, allowing you to choose what size of booking makes someone count as a group booker. It defaults to 10, but let's say you want to define these as bookers for at least 20. Now let's filter for donations and membership payments, which you can also choose to include in your analysis. This is what's used in the RFV segmentation and all the donor variables. As with performance filters, the Segmentation Engine allows you to specify a date range for what to include. If no dates are selected here, the Segmentation Engine will include all donations in the campaigns that you choose in the next step. You may want to make your start date, and end date if you have one, match what you chose for performances. Next is the list of campaigns from your Tessitura data. The list shows your campaign coding from Tessitura. First, the campaign category. Here, the organization has just used campaign. Then the description, then the year. They are sorted by category, then description. You can search for specific words or phrases using the search bar. You need to tell the system which campaigns you want to be considered as donation income. As default, none are selected. Next, choose whether to respect customer exclusions. The customer exclusions list is where you or anyone from your organization can specify the IDs of constituents who you want to leave out completely, maybe ticket brokers or box office staff. You might want to open the list in a new tab to see what's in it, and you can read more on this in the help pages. We'll just leave it on the default option. Finally, we will define the year start. You might plan your program by calendar year, fiscal year, or something else. This setting lets you specify on which day of the year each year starts, so that you can match with your programming. This will make sure that variables like average frequency of attendance relate directly to your planning cycle, rather than crossing over two different seasons. You will generally want to align your year definition and your performance and campaign start dates so that you work with whole years. You can then choose how you want years to be labelled in the reports of the Segmentation Engine. Once you are happy with all the options you've selected, click the Save button at the bottom of the page. When the options save, you will be taken back to your list of saved settings. To apply your settings to all the charts and tables of the Segmentation Engine, click the Apply button. A green tick will appear to the left of whichever settings set you currently have applied. If you find that you haven't got your settings quite right, or just want to update a date range, you don't have to create a new set from scratch. You can edit any set of settings. Just click the Edit button and adjust the setting filters as appropriate. You can read more about the topics covered in this video in the help pages.